them. And I would see a voice now, I can beneath the voice, you know, a certain frustration, a lecky, and certain attempt to be say a man for baby just to get out of the system. Frustration that choke a man for, and you expect something to be done about the situation. So that make us at this time, you know, near is how we can get the president out through impeachment. Parliament be shut down processes, and I say, I'm an ordinary Ghanaian who hopes at least. Institutions of state, I was certain your friend is saying energy be say or more bet me I be to console Ghanaians because UK mama no because of mini budgets ya kwasi kwati nkofa bae kwasi kwati ne di kan fa no na mama no to aso because wuntimi nkonkwa ye sense saying cut your friend saying tax cutter abra there is no way I'll fund it and my way in a crash here in the end what happened on one kasa ni party for tenasika say no this level of incompetence why Zumi and the other side certain arrogance be on her part for Ankasa to engage them grind by a problem so and she's gone. That is the reality. That is the communication. Yeah, koso ewo kroma say. Nema na ekona nema bi aginsam. Look at the dollar in the past 1 week to 2 weeks in here. Ati free. We ya ho hwe enye. And people are venting their frustration out. Or somebody sits somewhere and says, "What? When I say akonwa na ya first presidency no, aya ahemfo akonwa na say obi ntimi nkan wasem. So what is democracy as now what is the ACT as here? Everywhere baby obi how to vent your displeasure and it's all about the situation and I'm not sure say anybody akwatra TV so baby di akufo ado atem say sabi or you see anase or you say it is about the establishment and never enkoye the economic frustration na ekoso that is what people are talking about obi ankwatra baby ni president atem and it is what baby na say who need solution be to offer what the ekoso na. The better thing nobody say you just shut up. You don't add your friends say insult to injury. Ghana for buafu. Look at the anger in Kofoye at display or system near Tehuana the womb a GNSema. There is nothing that anybody can do. So these are the realities. So I think that some more canon will not deter any of us and as some of us because we are determined say we add our voice to the conversation until say and near my best but omo did those who are benefiting from the crumbs beneath the corrupt table power establishing they are very people who are talking the way they are talking when a case will be criticized by you are an enemy of the state young go back to on the 15th of July Captain 2014 the same Ochehini-led demonstration against the then government na on the way the frustration and order na di don't criticize aban na niam a ekoso se na enkoyie e na okanadwen so by then no ye bayifo anase no ye kurasini by then na no ye demonstration no ye bayifo anase no ye kurasini you see panyini should not be talking like akra because some of these statements should not be coming from mpanimfo mo nyina ye bu omo you expect them to speak wisdom betimi article just to calm people down especially at this particular point in time what I say because at any point in sense among for be frustrated look at what happened quite recently kaswa abrantia out of frustration ti okokofo like till today president nyantimi twete enka asem kra mfa ho Besim president treat a crowd to console because you see I don't know who the market say any isolated case or a situation I also break it down about for go through certain frustration and at this point every president to be a we need the honor winning the we be gauging the economic frustration and the extent Ghana Nigerians here the first thing that you need to do is to address your people tell them the direction of my uncle Besim the president and your campaign. Say campaign idea you say oh twitwa homam na se for na ba twitwa homam ba oba duru akra no man abo because as we speak look at the dollar ura shopper amanfo anu ankasa no mo sesa ne amadu gu o price na e kosoro the economic situation worse say adwumafo akatu ate say they are not even selling them ene man ankasa kra na yenton Kumasi oil na ye 530 Ghana cedis Wednesday yes Saturday, they drew 1,100. Exactly. Now ye 580. Our man kasim. Yes. They me papa dinner chi we free. To Saturday ni be see no. Ti near man keten bi assessor omoye. Eno na me ma kasa. And one assessor okoto. Ye budget 580 no. Oko na 1,002. Our man kasim dwom. Oil. Yeah. Oil na 1 gallon yellow mu no. Yeah, Captain. Eko 1,200 enumpo no aje wo frɛ obi no obi afrɛ obi no obi so afrɛ obi
No be yakosi obi so. And say catch us ba ku bi si anti beje 1,002.
Yes. Because dollar not free. And nobody is doing anything about it. And this is the time as some of these individuals here be a more position of influence, and you expect them to sit government down and speak sense, speak wisdom to the president and say something must be done about the situation. And yes, at this time, Ghana is teetering on the brink of a possible economic crash. If nothing is done about the situation, we may lose this particular country.
No, the IMF will reduce.
No. You see, that is what I'm telling you. So this whole IMF narration, IMF justification is a manufactured nonsense that has been cooked by certain individuals just to justify the incompetence.
No. I don't say
Captain.
Why are by for I mean, I can't buy for the classified.
Me by force and you crasini, kabum na famame. Captain. So bit na baby no catch us IMF we no beti me save. We no nim the oka. Because my catcher said going back to IMF 17th time clearly gives you a signal that it's not going to save us. And again, IMF and charity organization but 26 amount. Go and ask Argentina, quite fast mudi IMF achi, about Zambia the same time, they've been following them for almost 5 good years. No, your friend is a cash no more. IMF is not a check. Okay.
IMF was one way I bay for. To bay for share bay for. No man bay for sika. Tie no. Oh, I hear us ending of November.
Captain. Yeah, Captain, for a year by for no more winning crass for Muya by for no. Or call on one casa and back yada. Galam say Anti Crona was an anno for the first time. Crow and Shirida and can swear fan. Meboa. So on your bay for, so on your crassini. But what's Nansama, a yes and Galam senti, and then Swishira, a 2 fan crow. You see, we really need to get serious in this particular country. That's what I'm telling you, sir. The national conversation, nobody is going to stop it. Nobody is going to thwart it. So if you have nothing sensible to add up to the conversation, you better shut up and allow those who want to speak to speak. Captain, you see, the last thing some of us will do to sit here and be insulting people now. But we are talking about the realities underpinning the economic depression in Ghana for go through. The circumstances that prevail is here. For the first time, I'm for to shop mo Kumasi. I'm for to shop mo Accra. Ukresikasa okotadia dollar na kosura to the sense we hu hwe and these are people who made promises say oh they are coming to help us to stabilize the dollar. Eto the you know you have somebody praying and I command the CD, I command that joke of a spectre and na na dey na no ye
say the city
and the ohodi and ecosystem
negate and relegate any authority.
That is a joke. That is a joke, Captain.
What
and I make us say, some for mu say, "O breakfast obi tia o di animu no timi school feed. What did you mean no more cancel hunu?" When catch us say the prayers save dollar. When I catch us say the first prayers save dollar. That is a kind of narrow-minded way. Yeah, that's what the other people say. Now dollar save we scan dollar. I said, you tell me, Anna.
Time 52, almost 8 minutes.
I said, bet you are 11 o'clock.
Intro. Then starting topic near crowd. Where you intro?
Captain, so we really need to get serious. Issues are nipa na ye. Issues are nipa na de na hoden ni nyansa na ye no. Yemfa nkwhye Nyankopon sa because Nyankopon nim dollar e na onim cedi. Na wo fi se Nyankopon save dollar no save cedi a. Na nka wiase kakraka da Ghana na oba be save cedi. We na wo dey for common sense. O man kakraka da ho hwe Florida na hwe Massachusetts na other countries, Canada na other countries. Se Nyankopon wo intervention bi o save cedi a. O save sika nka ye ha na obeba. You see we are just jokers. Now there are better countries elsewhere.
Switzerland, Finland, Norway.
Ghana, Nyankopon ma say because we are dealing with individuals. We always assume offensive. Your friend say hypocrisy. After for him for then I say for baby and no credit down when they will just look straight into it and say point out, you know, because of the omubedino muyefunintino, they are just quiet and the mass are suffering.
I said they are no the best school fee.
Oh, now we need me kojira nka kwatina ko bompa tia mo. Unko bread ne your friend say bro roti ani mu anapa na your chairman cry go school fee dey timi fidi omu nyina. Odi dia me na o kan sembu no. Mpaye and save way. The same attitude that you will. Now you call Black Stars a command. You see, I declare, yes, as a National Prayer Day. I said, damn the winning party. Yeah, the prayers are going to walk up. Yeah, the prayer are going to walk up. You see, we are not serious. We are just.
No, I'm saying flyer.
But I don't believe say it's true.
Oh, it's true.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure say it's true because that would be a joke of the century. I'm not sure say it's true. So let us.
And so I started the announcement.
And me just say it's true.
Oh, brah.
Captain, that would be a joke of the century. You see, that is what I'm telling you. Say, position and power will be, and this is the time for them to sit up and speak to government. Say, because factors now air drive city ne dollar no enye abayifo na eye. Eye nipa da sani nhyehyeye ba omia na o assure say oba be stabilize city. Now watching all the keys in our IGP, he is the one you should be calling at this point.
Hey, now
na say ende nyo
adia omode ye ba omia wo Jubilee House or me kire na meka ne adia omode ye ba omia no
ende ye ono anasem
na say kwa na ne washroom ground lock
ende de ye ono anasem captain ena kenofori atade na sefo no atwa aban no ho ahia that is his own business. I don't give a damn about that, Captain. The reality is it is the president who has enlisted the so-called individuals now all kind of, because my culture say in a corporate settings or in a governance setup like this, the beginning of your failure at the time I will enlist individual, you call them loyalists and friends, ni cronies now they kill mu ahia wo do mo chichiro manya, you definitely head for a crash. But that is what Akufo-Addo did, because a nipa no say or you loyal to you, how can you enlist people who are loyal to you? You enlist people with competence and energy. I'll bet me offer what has to be done at any point in time. It is a nipa no MS fire. You are in a position to fire the person. But what's the family members, cronies, madam for me, former wife near way, now the job mushia, no more band, they are toying and messing up with the future of this particular country. You will never have the balls to confront them. That is the reason why we are here. MPP as a political party, I am telling you that there are intelligent young guys in the party. At this time, no, and Komokrabe coming to the rescue. Look at Obi to Kwabena Japan or Hefa, you are thrown under the bus. But these are individuals, they have the intellectual mind to help them salvage the situation. However, I'm married to Papa and Pamela. So around the president, it's like a snake pit. And people are fighting for territory. When you're stronger, they will just throw you away. And then incompetence keeps reigning. The president doesn't see. So we will be blamed. Don't blame anybody because Akufo-Addo Nyakura. He has been around for the past 30 good years. He knows governance in and out. So when you for messy happens to me, it means he himself, is a repository of that incompetence. Don't blame anybody. The buck stops at him. And right now, I'm for Rwanda, or more Casamano insulting Ghanaians. And I'm telling you, the level of social awakening and political consciousness on the part of the average Ghanaian, I widen to the sense insult from some of these individuals, they are belly full, they will never deter anybody. Because all your head now you have young people out there who will take you to the cleaners. For the past 3 days, go to social media. Go and look at the way people are insulting him. And if you look at what is going on social media, no be ankasantia but asem free wonum bae asem no ye kasa fi and obegina panini and this all kasa na wo kan enti am kra na bedi watem a kire say asem na wo kan no enyenyan asem because yet here when about ha abekasa ti obi mahu on countless occasion manfo edi otumfo atem on social media da be na what say wakasa kra pa because panini that's what you do, you swallow everything and sure say influence na wo connection na wo with the president, you get close, you tap him, and you speak sense to him. What I say? Now, what did you quite recently, you were doing the leading demonstration in as a form of Koba, and unam chroma, I say, I wife and you now, but so a from Nipa did you they've forgotten where they are coming from. But the same person led demonstration on the 15th of July 2014. But then another demonstration castigating insinuations against the then government, no you crasidi and also no before. That is the question we share bisano. So I'm running no demonstration, castigating insinuations and innuendos at the then government there, no you crasidi and also no before.
I
thought for my captain.
Captain.
And then I'm missing a pay.
Almost say my main kasai, but medical chair, all the citizens of Bay Nation. Bay Nation, Bay4 Nation. May chair citizens, yes. Apart from Bay4 Nation, may chair classic room. All the people classic for Mugana in our association BNT. But Captain, you see, sir, let me go to Takoradi first. Sir, 2 weeks ago, for the past weeks,
you keep telling me.
Sir, I go to Takoradi. Takoradi is my, I don't know what's Takoradi. I like going to Takoradi a lot.
Hey, the best comes from the West,
and
man.
See, I kept telling Sir, what is coming from Takoradi, they should be careful because when it blows up, nobody will to stop it. I've re-echoed this even last week, Rami Sankar said, this is what the people of Takoradi are saying. And today we've seen it. So I would say, they should keep ignoring the voice of reason. When we talk, they should not take us seriously. What is coming, they will get it. I know there's nothing they can do about it. They will get it. Let's go back to Obi. I'll say Odi Heniwo. Mine, so I don't even remember where, but I'll say yeah, in class 4, yeah, be in abro. So last week you said, say, humboni be timimu, and I'm catch you say, and yeah, humboni o, me many bosam no. And see, I think I should run for elections for president of Bay Nation. Yes, but Captain, you see, when you're clueless and you start adding ignorance and arrogance to it, this is what you get. But say, oh, you're penny, now say, boom, and don't speak like penny there, we'll take you to the gutters. And you say, you're deal. But Captain, when someone is hungry and he's telling you, say, he's hungry, we know, say, a hungry man is an angry man. And see, if we are telling you, say, things are bad, fix it. And you come around to insult us and to talk nonsense to us, Captain, we'll reply you, not with nonsense, we'll reply you with trash and garbage. Yes. It's a following trend. We heard Katie Hammond say the same thing. After there, Ohene, who is supposed to even respect himself and stay where he is trying to jump into it. I know they don't even deal with him. I'll leave him to social media. We will dress him very, very well. On social media, and we'll show him how foolish we can be. Yes. And see, they should keep doing this. You see, Captain, we're getting to a point where I've said this last week, that the youth have nothing to lose. Captain, we are broke, we are poor, we don't have properties. We have nothing to lose. And to say, see, if there's unrest in Ghana, and we start burning houses, and we start burning cars, ministry. And see, tam ska die ko see, obi betina TV so culture say, Accra kwa over 170 houses.
Houses, yeah.
E wa Accra pel. Say ye hye fie no, ye be hye. Captain, you see, they should take it for granted. But I say, we stand in the midst of all of this thing. We're trying to calm people down. Say, look, there's a better way to resolve our issues. Let us be the voice of the voiceless. No. But if they're going to start attacking us who stand in between the people and these clueless fools, no, we will take a step back. And whatever is going to happen, we'll let it happen. Oh, yes. So video, no, they say they're not afraid of guns. So.
Oh, yeah.
Almost said, I told you last week, say, almost say, any convoy is passing. I told you, now they've said it themselves. Captain me per street. Left me alone every time. I said me call Akuse cry and me call Ebia Ochina Nopa. Me per streets pa Debia Minam streets. And I listen to what the people say and I bring what the people say onto this platform because and when we talk to these people and they don't listen, Captain, this is what's going to happen. Me say almost say President Ashebo say we should have faith in him. But he will turn the country around. Captain, on your Jesus Christ, though. Jesus Christ, he's not Jesus Christ. To fix the country, you come out with alternative policies. Say, me bad
policy back.
Which one?
Which is the biggest of all.
Which is?
Or say, Jamiya Adom, na IMF bar, a bit reduce your hardship.
Okay. And Innocent Scatcher earlier said, we've gone to IMF 17 times. IMF could not help us. It is now that they're going to help us. 17 times, no, they were not able to do anything. It is now that we're going to deal with this. But let me jump into the issues. All of these things that's happening, no, who say NDC are happy and jubilating. Are being NDC for no. You, Captain, let me speak to the youth right now. Anytime I ban Captain, it has to come with parliamentary approval. I said Parliament, the master government administration, go ahead, say, away. That is the first fact. And see, this government, we say this government, in the history of Ghana. Yes. No problem. But Munkai said, and some governments will be Parliament had to give them the approval. Now, Parliament says, we have a hung Parliament, 137 for MPP, 137 for NDC. And see, Yanka, if NDC was any sensible thinking party, they would have stopped the government from all the reckless borrowing. But they sit in Parliament.
That and a mic, no. Okay, one more.
If NDC was any sense... Me so say.
What's the NDC?
Okay, say mumma microphone.
What's the NDC?
Me say if NDC was a sensible thinking party, they would have stopped government from the reckless borrowing in Parliament. They would not have given the government the approval to go to borrow. But mumma approval now, then they'll come around onto the media and start saying, this government is borrowing recklessly.
And even passing Ken Oforiatta.
Yes, I was even coming to that. 2016, after the elections, 2017, year appointments, no. Before anybody be appointed as a minister, the person has to be approved by Parliament. And see, Oforiatta was approved, knowing very well, or your president's cousin. NDC sat in Parliament and passed this man as finance minister. No problem. We had all the scandals and the riots that happened from 2016 to 2020. After 2020 elections, they took the same Oforiatta back to Parliament, said, your person you're retaining as finance minister. The clueless NDC jokers in there sat down and gave the approval for him to become... sat and gave the approval for the same Oforiatta to become the Minister for Finance. Then they'll turn around and come and tell us, say, he's incompetent, he has mismanaged the economy. Meanwhile, they were the same people who had given him the mandate to serve as Finance Minister. Who do they think they are fooling in this country? Captain, some time ago, they could do all of these things, so we are very discerning, we know what is happening. And so they should go around. Captain, in all of this that is happening, have you heard any of the NDC people speak about any policy, alternative policy? Now, no me who said, Mahama got now TV station, he granted an interview. And they asked him what he was going to do for Ghana to change our fortunes. Or say he's going to invest in infrastructure, he's going to invest in education, build schools, hospitals, and all those things. Do they think we are fools? And so we are talking and say, the country is broke, there's no money right now. You are trying to say IMF will come and give us a bailout. It has not come. You are saying, if you become president again in 2024, you are coming to build the roads and the schools and hospitals. Ubenya scan free. And say, look, Ghanaians, it's the time, we've realized for the past 30 years, MPP, NDC have been the ones who have caused all the problems we're having today. There's nothing new they have to offer us. And we cannot keep repeating this. Einstein can't be. Einstein said you cannot continue doing the same things and expect to have different results. And see, if since 92 till today, we've been changing MPP, NDC, and nothing has changed, why do we go for them again? The next question I have is, I'm not for beside me, so if we're not voting for MPP, we're not voting for NDC, who is the alternative? Yes. And then we're coming to that. Captain, 2020 elections, statistics stress says 75% of the people who voted were youth. Now, if you have the competence to go and make a choice, say, weighing between me a demand so, or and answer weighing to me, and then you give the person the mandate, who is more competent to manage your affairs than yourself? This is a question to the youth. If we are the ones who are making these people kings, we keep voting for these people every single time, which means, we are trying to make choices on who can handle our affairs. Who can handle our affairs better than ourselves? And to answer that question, who do we vote for apart from NDC and NDC? Yes, there's a new movement that's coming for the youth. And I'll not even call it a political party because we are not loyal to the party, we are loyal to Ghana. And see, right now, Captain, this is a time where every single youth who has been complaining and has been making noise on the airways ever since, this is a time for us to stand up and be counted. I say, back together. Draw together a policy and a program for Ghana going forward. Submit it to the people of Ghana and say, this is the alternative we are bringing to MPP, NDC. And then the ball will be left to the youth right now to make their decision. If after all of this, the youth decide, they will go back for either MP, NDC, then, Captain, we know that we've done our part. But I'm saying, Captain, there's no way, if we should open elections right now with an alternative to MPP, NDC, Captain, there's no way nobody's going to vote for MPP and NDC. In the history of Ghana, these people will not get any votes. Because they themselves, who beside MPP, NDC, they are suffering. They're the ones who are even suffering the most. Because it's become a cabal of family and friends. If you're not close to the president, you don't have anything to eat. If you're in opposition, then you are worse. And today, I want to dress the NDC. Captain himself, Mami, NDC.
Oh, Mami.
Mami. It's a day I didn't attempt with you. Yes, but I talked to her about policies. She said, you're wasting your time in the NDC. They have nothing to offer Ghanaians. And see, that right now, they can't speak about any policy. Say, if we, the NDC, we come, we are going to bring this policy to change these things. Nothing. All they say is, oh, these people are corrupt. They've done this, they've done that. But there's no alternatives. And see, is this what we're going to recycle? But let's get serious now again. Captain, I told you several times, we can't allow these people to continue doing that foolish thing. Obi can't they come and arrest the person. Captain, we We are ready for every nonsense and any nonsense because our national anthem gives us that duty and mandate to stand up for Ghana. And we're not afraid of any of these jokers. Because I've told you, say, I will not stand and let anybody come and kill me in Kwasi. I will not allow that to happen. Some catch you say, I'm getting, they say you should follow the rightful path. And I'm doing what I have to. But I will not allow this nonsense to happen. How is that you cross someone Rambo style in the middle of the street, jump and arrest the person with 16 armed men? Wait, Jimmy. Why couldn't you send those same men to go into the Galamsey site to arrest the same people Rambo style? So when we sit here and we say the president is involved, in any presidency, the president, the one who is occupying the seat of president himself, it seems he's involved in Galamsey. Because if you are the one who is in charge and you cannot fire any of the people around you who have been clearly identified as being part of the Galamsey, what does this say about you? And so we don't even say with the greatest of respect. If you are the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, and you can give commands to your people to arrest ordinary citizens who are speaking the truth, but you cannot give the same command to people to stop people who are raping and looting the national resources, then you're part of the problem. Yes, Mr. Excellency, you are part of the problem. And if you have a problem with that, then get out of the seat. Because we didn't beg you to become president. You said you could serve the country, so we should give it a try. We should try you and see. We did it after they can't say, who try. Say, if we don't vote for you again, it's not our business. Captain, I try to respect myself a little because, people are looking at us, people try to learn from us. And the way we dirty ourselves on this show, so they think they can talk anyhow and get away with it. We just show them and say, Captain, we live on the streets, we're on the streets. We can do nonsense. We can talk nonsense too. But because of the ideas we're trying to push forward, we try to comport ourselves. Captain, I'll wrap up with the dollar. People are saying, sir, one of the problems we're having in the country is because everything is quoted in dollars. Captain, I don't agree with that. If your currency is good, Nasa obi better idea and the person desires to quote in dollars, you pay the person the dollar equivalent. And yes, sir. So Forex Bureau says, dollar, who the CD is better dollar, and your dollars will be better dollar. And see, they'll give you the CD equivalent, right? And see, if you quote all the houses, all the cars, everything in the country, say pure Otakra, you say you bet dollar, it doesn't have any effect on anything. If you have a good currency, you can give them the CD equivalent. What is causing our problem? They say, Captain, there's nothing backing our currency. Like my senior said, we're not producing anything locally. And see, every time you have to change CDs into dollars to buy things from outside. When you do that, automatically your CD falls. It's as simple as that. We're basic economics. Even our market women understand this. And I told you, say, there was a time in the 50s, there was a woman called Dede Ashkinshan, who was an ordinary market woman in Makola. She was the richest woman in Ghana, Wanko school, only classmate. But she was the richest woman in Ghana. How did she become rich? Because she understood the basics of economics, and she applied it. Why I would say what J will doctorate and answer with PhD with from where? Yale or wherever it is. Now Yale knows so Obono Chimu, do you know what it sounds like? Yale. What does it sound like? Yale, yes. But what I would say, you've gotten all these qualifications from all these universities. Captain, what have they been able to do? And not just Baumia, you see, let's take it a little further back. Since 92, all the finance ministers we've had, at what point have we seen said things have gone back to the way they were or normally? And see, after 2000 elections, things got at any point. It never came down.
I think the producer will work on this for us quickly and put the video on air before we run up this part. Confirmed or otherwise report coming from Parliament indicates that rather the majority in Parliament are demanding the immediate removal of Ken Ofori-Atta and his deputies. Not the minority.
A little too late.
The majority, MPP for Nankasa and what Parliament, no. They are demanding the immediate removal of Ken Ofori-Atta and his two deputies. And I am telling you on authority, you are fighting a lost battle.
It's damage control. Yes. And the captain, you see, when they are losing the fight, they'll find a scapegoat. And then they'll just use that person to, use to remove everything. Captain, there's a strategy. When was the last time we say Abna Koko Nsem? When was the last time you heard that? But mind you, Abna Koko became very, very viral on social media when we're dealing with the Ijapa issue. Anybody should riddle me this. When was the last time anybody heard about Abna Koko? Where is she? She's gone. She said, I Agrada. I tell you for a fact that Agrada's issue is a useless case. It will die off. And we are dealing with that because of the current issues. The way the dollar prices are going up, they'll bring those things to sway Ghanaians' minds away. And it's all a distraction. It's all distraction. almost say they are firing Oferiata. Say Agrada issue now.
They are demanding.
Say Agrada issue now confirm. It's they've taken to the finance minister. Say they are firing.
Oh, that's how almost me. I don't say Amfa.
Yes, and he says next play. And he says almost say they are calling for the captain. Sacking Oferiata today will not solve any problem.
What do you say? I did my way.
Tell me.
Media house be a won can be mom biano. Yes, me my World Cup right. Opening we me enko.
Me da say pa captain. Yeah,
Media house be a
captain. Yeah, Ochehene asem. Ochehene raise two issues. The issues will raise two. No, I me what problem with no. First one, the Ochehene was finding it difficult to appreciate the difference between insult and criticism. I think, sir, it is time for us to really appreciate what criticism is and what insult is. Unfortunately, no, Ochehene could not get the difference between what the word insult is and what criticism is.
Yeah.
Truth. Second one, Mijidipa said Ochehene himself, in some Okaye, in his own way, no, that qualifies for the word or the meaning insult.
Insult, yes.
Because Ochehene, aside that, say, oh yeah, in Crawford, on no basis. Oh yeah, in Crawford, some year, bones, I'm sorry, before
witches and wizards,
villages. No. He went further to tell us we should rather appreciate the government. That, for me, is an insult. You know why it's an insult? It's just like you coming to tell me, say, we should appreciate the government for failing, for successfully failing us. Mami ran you through some of the promises our president Nankasa emeki ya enunti yeto abama no. Na yembisa ye whether those promises no he has been able to achieve them or not. If he has been able to achieve them, then Ochehene telling us he appreciates it.
Can I have you on
sense.
Thursday? Can I have you on Thursday? But I want us to take the video from Parliament. But majority of person catch on say Munja nkola agoro no.
Members of the major, we are very sorry for having kept you here for a little while. We were just waiting for some of our members to join us. Good morning. We are members of the majority caucus of the Parliament of Ghana, and we here so present a greater number of the said caucus. My name is Andy Apriakubi, and I am only here as spokesperson for the majority group, without more. We have had occasions to defend allegations of conflicts of interest, lack of confidence, trust against the leadership of our finance ministry. The recent developments within our economy are of great concern to the greater majority of members of our caucus and our constituents. We have made our grave concern to the President through the parliamentary leadership and the leadership of the party without any positive response. We are by this medium communicating our strong desire that the President change the Minister of Finance and the Minister of State in the Finance Ministry without further delay in order to restore hope into the financial sector and reverse the downward trend in the growth of the economy. The summary of our concerns leads to a plea that the Minister of Finance, Honorable Kenneth Oferiata, and the Minister of State of
Captain, Thursday,
won't mean Kasa Woma.
Because as I'm saying, I'm kind of Kasa you, but to add to this one,
just
to add to this one.
Oh, Jai, Wumba Semi Jachna. Jai. Yadamasi, why parliamentarians? Oh, parliamentarians, Yamio was through. Oh, Shramu, said the Baya Muben Lusumu sitting in 2024.
Amen.
Munina, but Yamia Dumachna. That I have 30 seconds. Asamba Kupana Papa Kaya, Nyansawum. The major Wakena are useless and rubbish. Yes. We are not interested. Nonsense. No more approving loans, the man. And Ray. Mufan saw. Tie. Yeah, Kwaba. Yeah, Daya Huamba. Yeah, ma. Almost all my catch president party for president 30. Mampam. One in a classroom, Sama. I do the Urunta. A shinasum. Bye bye.